I don't know that we helped him except to be like, plug your nose and buckle up, Papa, because it's going to be a couple of years before it gets easier.
Well, it is.
No, it's true. Of
put him in
course.
the backyard, start playing sports with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing like agility drills.
Agility drills are huge. You got to get the cones out. You get the little
sending
videos
videos of the
out.
kid doing activities for like, group feedback from friends.
Exactly. That's what parenting is all
Teaching
about.
him tricks. I feel like men enjoy teaching kids tricks.
Yes, exactly.
So it's going to be a few months until he can teach the
Yeah.
kid tricks. The beautiful thing is we're all human. This all happens.
You can do whatever you want. There's consequences, but do whatever you want.
People are going to do what they want to do.
100%.
Bottom line.
The baby's crying and the dog's barking. I'm like, you're bad. Welcome to Two Girls, One Thread.
Kath, I got a question for you.
Okay.
How would you define a daddy?
A daddy. I would say probably a man who's in line with his personal power. Wait,
Oh,
are we
like that.
saying like daddy issues or just daddy?
I'm not saying anything. This is open.
Okay, I'm a big believer of daddy in the current zeitgeist,
Yes.
which means basically a man whose masculine energy is aligned, who exudes warmth, who attracts energy around him, who can kind of be stable in his own masculinity and sense of self without being overbearing, who just is like that nurturing rock.
I love that.
How about you?
I think daddy is a way of life. I think it's a way of being. I think it's an energy. I don't think it's exclusive to men necessarily. But yeah, I think that, it is in the zeitgeist a lot now. And I think a lot of people are kind of using the term however they damn well please. But I like what you're saying about the nurturing soft side, because that is actually the opposite of, the toxic masculinity of like really like dominating somebody. So I like that part of it. But you don't identify as a daddy.
No, I think I'm more probably of a mom. A mommy.
Not even mommy?
A mommy. Maybe like a mother.
A mother, it's giving mother. Yeah. Okay.
How about you?
I think it depends. I think
like
that
you make a great daddy.
I think I would make yeah, I think I could make a great daddy. I think that, I like some balance, I like to have the balance between my being in power with my masculine side as well as my divine feminine. So I think it's nice to have that give and take and that balance. But yeah, I think I would make a great daddy.
Yeah, I feel like you're a fan favorite who kind of bops in and out more at whim.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do like that energy where it's like,
Keep him wanting more.
keep them wanting more. Exactly. We'll go with that. No, I like that. Well, if you haven't guessed, welcome to Two Girls, One Thread. Today, we're talking about daddy issues. We've all got them. Issues about our dads. We don't all have dads. And in some cases, that's a good thing. And in other cases, that's a bad thing. And we'll hear from the posters to see, what seems to be more common, right?
Yeah.
But I know that last week you said that you think you have more daddy issues than mommy issues, but then you also like really complimented your dad like in a really beautiful way. So I guess, what do you think it takes to be a good father?
I think showing up probably. And maybe just helping them navigate the outer world with confidence and sort of self-assurance. I don't know. I feel like some of the most formative experiences maybe with my dad was like when you got cut from some basketball team, and you needed that reassurance that
fuck them. They cut you from a basketball team. You're tall as hell. So
I know it was an AAU. I feel like
okay, sorry. It's kind of like a sensitive subject.
But I don't know. I mean, what do
I think makes a good father?
Yeah.
I think from what I've read, just kidding. Not really. But yeah, I think that it's the same thing that makes any parent a good parent. I agree with showing up. I think unconditional love is huge. Consistency. I think just being I think just having the proper dynamic of the parents being the strong ones and the ones who are holding it down and taking care of the children, that really could go so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think ultimately probably just the consistent attention, showing up stuff. And that's also like the key to everything. I feel like that's the key to all good relationships. People always appreciate when you show up.
Yeah.
When you have something nice to say, when you reassure them, throw them a couple bones, slip them a 20. Hey, I got a snack in my car.
Completely. And I feel like dads do have like that mythic lore. So you don't even need to show up that often, but if you're super present when you do,
right,
you know,
right,
you get 10x kind of the return on that than maybe a woman and a mom does.
Oh my God. I mean, when the Northeast LA dads are out on Saturday and they get their big, moment in the sun where they're going to take care of their own children for 2 hours. And I mean, the people are falling over themselves to hold open the door. Everyone is just smiling. He's just kind of shrugging, it's just what I do. Meanwhile, like the woman could be like actively being like run over by a truck and people feel like, you stupid bitch, why are you neglecting your children? But I think that's really cool that we live in a society like that. Okay, you want to kick us off with the first post?
This is from Petty Revenge.
Love it.
My gross dad started dating a girl younger than me, so I started dating a guy older than him.
Oh my God.
See how he likes it. My dad, 57 male, started dating Becky, 25 female, 4 months ago. For reference, I'm a 26-year-old, and my dad and mom, to note she is 54, divorced when I was 24, 2 years ago. And this is his first relationship, to my knowledge, since mom and dad separated. My dad has become the proverbial rich man dating young bimbo upgrade douchebag. Oh. And it's made my mom feel like yesterday's trash. Him and Becky have such an obvious transactional relationship that it's been making me question how he sees women. Ooh. Like, what? Was he checking out my friends growing up? Is that something I have to worry about now? Fuck you. I've tried expressing to him that their relationship makes me uncomfortable for every obvious fucking reason, but he won't listen, and I'm tired of his blatant disrespect and dismissal of my feelings. So, if he sees no issue with it, then I guess neither do I. This weekend was Becky's birthday, and my dad threw a massive garden party for it with her bimbo friends, plus his friends and his business partners. All I'm sure so he could try and get his creepy buddies set up with her gold-digging friends.
God.
But you know what? Since that was the vibe, why wouldn't I join in on the fun?
Oh.
So what did I do? I found myself an older man and decided to bring him as my plus one. How old is he? He's 62. So let's just call him Old Joe. Only fitting if his girlfriend is younger than me, so my new boyfriend be older than him. So the party starts. I'm on my best behavior with him and all his friends, acting like I support it all when I leave to get my new guy because he just arrived. It was honestly art coming back up to him and all his friends sitting together at the main table. The birthday girl basically hanging all over him to introduce them to my old ass boyfriend.
Oh my God.
Wish I took a photo of their faces.
Oh my God.
What's wrong, Dad? You don't look so good. Becky, you should get his heart medication.
Stop.
This party might be too taxing on him. And then I sat on Old Joe's lap.
Ooh.
I made sure to be as shameless as his new girlfriend. And yes, I felt disgusting doing it, but it was fucking worth it to watch my dad basically throw Becky off him, which ruined her special day. I cannot express how satisfying it was to watch him fume from across the table, but what was he going to say? And the best part, one of his partners knew Old Joe.
No.
They were golf buddies. And before he could say anything to me, I made my exit with Old Joe because he was taking me on a private boat ride and we didn't want to miss our port departure.
What?
And now he's calling me nonstop and I just keep sending him to voicemail. Though I did text him about what ED medication he takes so I could recommend the brand to Old Joe.
Oh.
At this point, I don't care how this affects our relationship because I'm disgusted with him and his choices. I am satisfied with payback. And I hope he likes a taste of his own medicine.
Holy smokes. Well, that's a mommy girl. That's a mommy's girl right there. And that's on loyalty to her mom. I mean, that The poster has some white hot rage, which I respect. Obviously, the dad really did the mom dirty. I mean, that's one of the funniest fucking things I've ever heard.
I know.
I really, really think that's funny. I love someone committing to a plan like that. And really to have to like suffer on her own to really pull it off. But that's hilarious. That's objectively hilarious.
I know. I wonder where she found the 60-something from.
A bus stop, a bar. I don't think it would be that hard to convince any old Joe
It's true.
to come with, hey, do you want to come with me to a party and be my date? Yes. Like, of course. I don't think they didn't probably fuck, right? Old Joe. And
She does have some edits.
okay.
To anyone asking about old Joe and claiming that I fucked myself over in this process, 1, I never slept with him.
Nice.
I ditched him after we left the party. 2, he was in on the whole thing, and only because he thought it was kink related and that he would be getting action afterwards, which was never the case.
Oof.
Yes, I did things I'm not proud of. I took advantage of the guy, but he thought he was going to be taking advantage of me, thinking I was an easy target because I had daddy issues.
Right.
So I don't feel bad about that or for him. I only slightly feel bad for myself because I sat on his lap.
Yeah, 100%.
3, I don't know why any of you are concerned over this guy. He was a creep. He willingly came to a party where he presumably knew no one because he thought me pissing my dad off was part of a kink game. He was weird. And in my opinion, I fucked over 2 gross men that day. So I pat myself on the back. 4, sorry, I don't like the idea of my dad treating another human being as a sexual object and trying to throw that back in his face by making myself into that objectified person. And I have that opinion of their relationship because I'm watching it unfold in real time. If you saw them together, you'd understand where I'm coming from. He is handsy with her in public places and in front of me. And yes, she has a choice in this, but to play into that dynamic is also weird. And I feel bad because she's become so complacent in her own exploitation.
Whoa.
That's sad. But if he wants to be with someone younger in a transactional relationship, clearly I can't stop him. But it is really so much to ask as his grown fucking age to have some fucking respect for your daughter and keep that out of my face and out of my life.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but I guess that's just me.
Damn. I mean, I definitely think like, okay, if we're actually talking about the dad and her daddy issues with her dad, I do think it's gross. I do think he's acting like a pig. I don't feel surprised particularly by that. I don't necessarily think that like she's blowing it out a little bit. I think when she's going into the zone of like, oh, do I have to worry about, was he into like me and my friends when we were like kids? Like, I don't think that feels like really what's happening. But I do think it's gross to like date somebody, you're a dad, and then you're going to date someone that's the same age as your daughter or younger than your daughter. And then be handsy with them. But they're all consenting adults. But yeah, he clearly doesn't really care that much about his daughter's opinion for sure.
I think so too. I feel like 57 is that hard age as well. Like you still feel, like he probably still feels like he's 50 or 52.
Right.
And realistically, you're about to be 60. So the age gap maybe doesn't, like he doesn't clock it as being that much. And just obviously wants to be with someone hot and younger.
Yes.
And clearly she's getting something from it. So that's why I guess it's working.
What do you think she's getting from it? Just money or like gifts or?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
who knows? Maybe she wants to marry him.
You think, well, that would be a longer term investment with a potentially higher payoff, but I don't know. It's not sounding like Anna Nicole Smith. Like it's not sounding like the Six Flags guy. And like, but she keeps calling this girl a bimbo and all these things. I would want to know like, what is the root of the anger? Because obviously dad really, really has hurt her and disappointed her consistently for her whole life.
Yeah.
And then now it's like really coming out. So it's like, I want to figure out like, what is the angle specifically it's making her feel the worst? Like, why is this so upsetting? And I do think it just being a woman that's pretty much close to her age, right? But I don't think he's going to learn from these, Grandpa Joe and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think that, it's tough to you can't really teach somebody a lesson by sacrificing yourself. I mean, you can. It's just not going to be very fun or effective. But I wish everybody love and light, of course.
Completely.
It's going to be a long road for those two. No, this is from the Reddit thread, StayAtHomeDaddit. Okay. Stay at home dad, help me. Please give me some advice with my baby. Long story short, my husband and I went through the surrogacy process, 2.5 years of our baby, because we are in a same-sex marriage. I get it. Some people disagree with that, but please be nice. My husband works, and I used to run my own business at home, but since our daughter was born, I'm pretty much a stay-at-home dad at this point, which I'm okay with. We love her so much, it's crazy. However, I am with her all day long. My husband's the type of person who always dreamed of being a dad and has more patience than anyone I know. I'm the opposite. Don't get me wrong, I've always wanted to be a dad, but the constant crying and whining drives me crazy. I get so damn frustrated throughout the day, and then I'm in a bad mood and annoyed when he gets home. My patience wears thin so fast. I just don't know how to handle it. I worry that I'm going to get so frustrated and overwhelmed that I'm not going to be able to be a good dad or want to build a bond with her. I love her, but I really don't like her sometimes, and that bothers me. It's like I become an angry, dark version of myself when she just won't stop crying or take a nap for longer than 15 minutes. I say all this because I care. I've tried getting on medicine. My doctor said I didn't need it. I tried therapy, but it just didn't work for me. My husband does help. He'll usually take over when he gets home. He also does a lot on the weekends as well. Anyway, thanks for reading. I'm desperate for advice. So, stay-at-home dad needs some help.
How old is the baby again?
Sounds like it's an infant. Just says baby. So we'll say under a year. It sounds like they're under 6 months.
That sounds really fresh. I mean, I think the beautiful thing is it will get better with time.
Yes.
Like once the baby.
It'll get harder too, but it'll get
starts walking, starts talking, you know, eventually gets potty trained. I think there's. Yeah.
Some parts of that will get easier. Sleep deprivation will hopefully ease a bit.
I think it's similar to if you were a stay-at-home mom in that situation. If being at home is more draining on you than the inverse, then go get a job and hire a nanny.
Right.
Like,
or send him to daycare.
Take him to daycare. So I think it's whatever helps you regulate like your own internal experience with fatherhood.
Right. Yeah. I think that what he is describing is challenging and frustrating. It sounds extremely normal. It sounds like every description of parenting or any anecdotal thing that I've heard or any experiences that I've had with childcare. It's like, yeah, they cry a lot. It's really frustrating. It's really hard. It's really annoying. Of course you love them, but you don't like them and your patience is wearing thin. Like none of that is surprising. And I think I'm only surprised by how surprised the poster sounds that these things are happening. So I wonder about like how much exposure or experience they had with infants and children before deciding to become a parent.
Yeah.
That's not shade, but it's just like, if you've never babysat, like there's a lot of people who have literally never babysat or held a baby or changed a diaper and then they have a full ass child. Yeah, that's going to fuck you up because it fucks people up that have been doing that their whole life and helping their mom and dad and all this stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of like, you are going to have to toughen up a little bit. Maybe stick with therapy. The kid's still a baby. Like, how long have you actually been talking this? I think it's great that they're like advocating for themselves. They have a supportive partner. The fact they have an option to even have a single income household, it's like you are well positioned. And yeah, like to your point, maybe it's better if you go back to work because then it allows you to be a better dad.
Yeah.
Because eventually it's going to wear on the other dad where it's like he's working full time and then he comes home and takes over everything. And then on weekends he does everything. And then it's like, so the other dad's giving mom. And then this dad is like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I think he just needs to get realistic that it's going to be a 2-year-long slog. So like pinch your nose, your head's like dunked underwater. And on the other end, it will get better, but it's going to be a good 2 years. So if like,
I think it's going to be longer than that.
I know, but to get them like somewhat stabilized, or at least have like, I think what's so rewarding about being a parent is that you get to rediscover the world through the eyes of your child.
Right.
But that feedback loop really takes like 2 years to kind of lock in.
Yeah.
So I think that if he's not down for those 2 years, like get a job. But if he is, just he can't keep thinking about it and like can't keep ruminating. It is going to be Groundhog Day for a while. So just like lock in and chill out a little bit.
Yeah, he definitely needs to take a chill pill. It sounds like he was asking Doc for one, but they said that you didn't need it. Yeah, I agree. It's kind of, there's a part of me that's like, what did you think it was going to be like? Did you think that the baby was just going to be asleep in a basket in the nursery and you were just going to be able to sit on your phone and like look at TikTok and then your husband goes to work?
Yeah.
Like, that's the only part where I'm laughing. I'm trying to not have like an evil laugh, but it's like, that's the only part where I'm laughing where it's like, babe, like you would have known this if you literally even just asked one of your friends, can I watch your baby for 2 hours? You know? So it's just kind of interesting to me because people like fantasize about these things and they don't necessarily.
Yeah.
But, maybe he has a bunch of childcare experience and it's just harder because it's his own kid. It doesn't sound like it. He sounds like he wants help. But I don't know that we helped him except to be like, plug your nose and buckle up, Papa, because it's going to be a couple of years before it gets easier.
Well, it is.
No, it's true. Of
Put him in
course.
the backyard and start playing sports with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing like agility drills.
Agility drills are huge. You got to get the cones out. You get the little
Sending
get the little
videos
hurdles
of the
out.
kid doing activities for like, group feedback from friends.
Exactly. That's what parenting is all
Teaching
about.
him tricks. I feel like men enjoy teaching kids tricks.
Yes, exactly.
So it's going to be a few months until he can teach the kid tricks.
And usually they're also in charge of walking the dog. Yeah, teaching him tricks, sit at the table. It's very exciting. A lot of very exciting things are coming down the pipe. All right, what do we got?
Okay. This is from AITA. AITA for telling my wife I'm tired of raising a kid that is not mine.
Uh-oh.
I, 31 male, am married to my wife, Amber, 30 female. We have a daughter, Emma, 7 female. The problem is my wife's best friend, Jennifer, 30 female, has a daughter as well, Harper, 7 female. While Harper's dad is a lazy sack of crap and refuses to do anything with his daughter. He's the type of guy that brags about how he never changed a diaper.
Wow.
Jennifer and Harper are usually at Amber and my house on the weekends because Harper's dad is drinking and watching sports all weekend. On Saturdays, I normally spend all day with my daughter because I don't see her as much as I want to during the week. However, with Harper being there every Saturday, anything I do with Emma, I have to do with Harper. Take Emma to the zoo. It's Emma, Harper, and I. Taught them how to ride bikes, takes them both to dance class, take them both to the kids' salon, and so on.
Whoa.
Mother's Day was the last straw. I took them both to dance class Saturday morning. Amber and I also pay for both dance classes because deadbeat won't. And on the way home, Emma asked if we could stop to get something for Mom for Mother's Day. I said sure, but then it ended up I had to buy something for Harper to her mom as well. On the way home, I just kept thinking, why am I buying someone else's wife a Mother's Day gift? That's his job. A few days later, because I did not want to ruin Mother's Day, I told my wife that I'm tired of raising Harper. Her real father needs to step up. I'm tired of it taking away time I get to spend with Emma. She said that Jennifer is her best friend and we need to be there for Harper. Now she's not speaking to me and sleeping in the guest bedroom.
Whoa.
So, AITA.
I mean, I don't think that he's like a full a-hole, but I think everything he's saying is very valid. It's making me laugh how he talks about the other dad. I do love that. Yeah, everything he's saying is valid. I get why he's super frustrated, but it comes down to the kids for me. And I think about like, maybe I'm making this all up in my head, but I think about like Harper and it's like, okay, yeah, like it's a little bit extra work or a little bit extra money, but like you potentially are actually like preventing her from, you're actually demonstrating these really beautiful things and loving qualities, and maybe she wouldn't get that otherwise. And so I'm on the side of like, your kid has someone to play with and is more entertained. Like, does it really bother you that you're going to take them both to the zoo? I'm not saying all the time, and I know it's not his job, but it does seem like one of those things where it's like the potential upside and positive impact that you could have on the other child's life, to me, feels more important than him being like cranky. I do think it's worth advocating. I do think it's worth like saying something, and you know, but what do you think?
It sounds like he's more frustrated with the other dad getting out of it
Yes.
than necessarily like the friend imposing on a time with the daughter.
Yeah, that's
so I
correct.
think tapping the other dad.
Right.
You know?
Come on,
Let's all go to the zoo.
Let's all go.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah, plenty of room in the minivan.
If he feels that strongly about it, then get him involved.
Yeah. I mean, I think what we're not saying that also feels obvious is that the dad that's posting is obviously jealous of the other dad.
Completely.
He's calling him a lazy sack of shit, but he's like, I think subtext, I'd love nothing more than to be sitting next to that lazy sack of shit, watching sports all day and getting drunk. So there's definitely a part of me that is wondering if, there's a little bit of J happening, which is kind of funny.
I think so. Let's see what the edit is.
Oh, there's an edit. Oh, God.
Just wanted to add some updates to questions I see. Emma and Harper are best friends. It was my idea to spend Saturday with Emma. I work more during the week, so I wanted to spend Saturday with Emma and to give my wife a bit of a break. We pay for things because Jennifer's husband thinks it's a waste of money to pay for dance class, and Jennifer can't afford to pay herself.
Whoa.
Jennifer and Harper do things with Amber and Emma 1 or 2 times a week during the weeknights.
So it's just a situation where there's all these adults and kids and everybody just kind of accepts that Harper's dad is just kind of checked out and lazy. So
Yeah.
why doesn't Jennifer dad and his wife form a throuple? Because they're already kind of doing that anyway. Or widen it out. We don't have to exclude deadbeat dad. There's a show that my friend Kendall just showed me. I think it's like Big Poly Family or something. And it's like this weird straight couple in like Utah or Oregon, rural Oregon or some shit. And it's like a husband, wife. And then like nobody even fucks each other except like the husbands fuck both women, but nobody else even hooks up. So it's like such a waste.
Okay.
And they're raising all their kids together. And it's like, I mean, they have a show on TLC. So that's,
Amazing.
there you go. These guys, maybe they could, do a show. That's what they should do. They could start a reality show and then that could help pay for Harper's dance lessons, offset some of those costs.
Beautiful.
Wow. That was
And
really
I think
easy.
everything, there's seasons of life, they're friends now, maybe they drift apart eventually. I think he can just be aligned in his daddy energy, take one for the team.
Take one for the team.
Pipe down.
Stop complaining. Yeah. And Harper's dad, maybe you're better off. Maybe you don't want him there. He doesn't sound so nice to hang out with. All right. This is from the Reddit thread, Estranged Adult Child. Been estranged from my dad for over 10 years now. Found out he died today, and I don't know how I'm supposed to be feeling. Basically, as the title states, my dad was cruel, hurtful, emotionally abusive, and narcissistic. He made my life hell and did irreparable damage to my soul until I went no contact over 10 years ago. Now he's gone, and I feel this overwhelming sadness, alongside a mind-blowing amount of relief. It's over now. Fully over. He's gone, and he can't hurt me anymore. But yet, my heart hurts. My dad is gone. I will never get to say goodbye or fix anything. There's no going back, and the guilt of that is eating at me. I feel lost, and my brain is going 500 miles per hour in 8,000 different directions. I don't know what to do, what to say. How am I supposed to feel about this? How am I supposed to deal with it? Just screaming into the ether here, hoping someone screams back at me. My daddy died, and I'm lost. I know that I'm not grieving him. I'm grieving what I wanted him to be. But Jesus Christ, this is a lot.
Is the poster male or female?
Doesn't say.
Yeah, I think that reaction's so natural in that situation.
Yeah.
Grief can be really complicated.
Yes.
Even when we have maybe a positive relationship, but especially in this scenario, I think just be kind to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. It just happened, right? Super fresh. I think, I don't think that you can ever prepare yourself for losing a parent.
Yeah.
No matter what the relationship is, where it was when the death happened. Like, no matter what, I don't think you can't fully pre-grieve something. And I feel like the first thing that I would say to this poster, scream back at them with love, is I don't think you have to be feeling any type of way. Like, remove the judgment. I think that if you could take that away, it's like, you're gonna feel all types of shit. It's not gonna make sense, but nothing is like good or bad. You don't have to judge yourself. Like, nobody else is judging you. And I think it's just gonna evolve, and it's going to be really painful, unfortunately. But number one, you don't need to, how should I be handling this? What should I be doing? How am I supposed to be? You shouldn't be doing anything except trying, like hanging on for dear life and trying to surround yourself with people that love you and try to confide in people that know what's going on so that they can like support you, you know?
Yeah.
But
I think so too. I think therapy is great for these moments in life, especially if there's a lot of things that were unsaid or things that you want to like get out. I think a therapist would be amazing, and it will eventually get a little bit better. I mean, the first year I feel like is always, people say, crazy because you have all those first year anniversaries.
Oh, the first year of grieving after you lose somebody because you're going through first holiday without them. Like, is that what you mean by that?
Like those milestones. So, but I think grief therapy is great for that.
Yeah.
And there's even like support groups like as well. If
that's true.
If group therapy would be something more up your alley. So
yeah. I mean, I just think like it's nothing that they wrote feels like it all feels sad to me, but none of it feels surprising. I think them saying, you know, I'm not grieving him necessarily. I'm grieving what I wanted him to be. I think it is just the finality of someone dying. And then there is no, even if you're no contact for this amount of years, or you know, you thought you made peace with that, there is just this ultimate finality that they can't have a conversation with them, that there is no hope of any type of transformation. So it's like grieving that, it's grieving what you lost. It's also just going to bring up all the pain and sadness that you have because now it's in front of you and you have to confront that. And it probably also feels, I would imagine, really hard to process because it's not necessarily something that maybe everyone can relate to. And then it's complicated, and then there's like shame attached to it because like, oh, why am I feeling so sad about this person who was so abusive to me to the point that I had to cut them off and not, you know. So all that's just heavy and hard. Yeah. You know? And
I think there's the idea too of like anticipatory grief.
Yeah.
Like even, you know, all the things in the future that even the possibility of your father being present for, he won't be there. I think at the end of the day is the poster just can needs to do the best they can to ground themselves. And it's going to be so fucking sad and so hard. Yeah. But like you said, everything's normal that they're feeling. Yeah.
But I do think, this is just like, I mean, I can obviously relate not to finding out that my dad died, but just because I think about them like, oh, how would I feel? And I'm like, I don't know. I do have a sense that no matter what, like I said, no matter what, it's going to be, you're going to deal with it when it comes, and it's going to be probably a profound amount of pain. But I do understand the contrast too. That's kind of hard too. And you're like, oh, I'm in so much pain, the depth of my sorrows and grieving all these different things, but then also the tremendous relief. Like I do really get that. And I do know that I would feel like that on some level, because then, it's like, you know.
Well, and I think it's almost similar to having a spouse who's terminally ill, and then you are their caretaker, let's say, for their last year or so of life. You have really that mixed sort of grief as well, because like caretaking can be really difficult. And so when they finally pass, and maybe they weren't in a good place for a long time, you feel that sense of relief because now you kind of have a little bit of freedom back, but then also guilty that you even feel that sort of relief towards someone that you love no longer being here.
Right. Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know. I think like this one stood out to me for a couple of reasons. And like, I would also tell the poster that maybe it's not the most common situation in the world, but they're definitely not alone. Yeah. And the reason that I picked this one was because it was so fresh and like that feels more urgent and acute. But I do think that, I think that finding community, I mean, even on Reddit, like I've found a lot of just support, not from necessarily posting, but just reading from these different groups. And then you see all these other people and you're like, wow, I'm not alone. I'm not a freak. Like, it's okay. These types of things happen. And so even if you don't directly connect with people, like you can connect with the larger community and just remember like you're part of it. And like other people have gone through this. It doesn't make it easier, but you will also be able to get through it. And so I mean, just sending genuine love to this person.
I think journaling can help, or like writing a letter of closure.
I like that.
I also do really recommend this book, Daily Meditations in Grief. I think the author is Martha Hickman.
Okay.
She lost a child tragically in like a horse accident when her daughter was 16. And so she set on writing this book. So each day is a different page with a quote and then her commentary. But it's almost like that ritual of getting yourself through the first year.
Yeah.
That can be super grounding as well.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really tough. Oh my God.
This is from AITA.
Okay.
AITA for being honest with my son that I am not proud of him.
Oh God.
My wife, Nina, and I became pregnant with our son, Jason, when we were both 20. We will admit it was an unplanned pregnancy, but we loved our son and kept him. We did our best to raise Jason to be kind, respectful, and treat others well, and we thought we succeeded. Jason worked hard to attend an elite university. Jason and his first wife, Sarah, had a daughter, Simone. Unfortunately, Sarah passed in a car accident before Simone's 3rd birthday.
God.
Jason raised Simone until Simone was 4. At that time, he met his second wife and moved 2 hours away. Simone lives with us. Jason visits once every 2 months at best. Him and his wife would stay for the day, buy Simone a present, then Jason would say it was time to leave. Nina and I suspect he only visits and buys Simone the present because his wife makes him. His wife, Iris, is a lovely lady. She insists that Simone should move in with them or they should move closer to us because she wants to be Simone's stepmom and spend time with her. But Jason shots the idea down because he says Simone moving in or them moving would hurt his career and it is best that Simone stay with Nina and me.
What?
Simone is 11 now and she adores Jason. She makes drawings and cards for him, constantly bakes treats to send to him. It is devastating for her because her daddy is her hero and he does not want to spend time with her.
Oh my God.
Her birthday was in July and she cried when Jason did not call her to wish her a happy birthday. Iris tried lying to Simone to make her feel better that the phone lines went down and Jason did not forget, but Simone did not believe her. Simone is at summer camp all this week, and Jason invited us to a party to celebrate receiving a promotion. During the party, Jason told me about how much more money he makes with this promotion and his job title, and he asked, "You should be proud, old man." Job title at and an elite university alumni. I sighed and told Jason that I honestly have not been proud of him as of late.
Whoa.
He may have a well-paying job, but he treats his own beautiful daughter as if she doesn't matter. Simone is his own little girl. She loves him so much, and he doesn't even seem to care. Nina came back with drinks, and Jason told her what I said. Nina told him that she agreed with me, and he does not treat Simone right. Most of the family says that I and Nina were in the wrong to tell Jason I was not proud of him. They said I should know how much that statement hurts at any age because I was never good enough in my own father's eyes. They said that Jason is probably focusing on stabilizing his career and Simone can move in with them after. They also said Jason's own promotional party was not the time or place to call him out, and I could have just congratulated Jason on working hard and saved the drama for another day. I feel what I said needed to be said, but most of the family is disagreeing with Nina and me. AITA.
Go off, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Fuck that. That story took some twists and turns because I was like really feeling for Jason, and like my initial instinct was like, that is a horrible thing to say. I definitely don't think it's a nice thing to say. Maybe saying, you know, I'm not proud of your behavior, some of your choices that you've made, but the way they're describing it, so this poor little girl was born, like, I mean, but also like is very, very loved, right? But
Yes,
she was born
by the grandparents.
Right, but she was born and her mom died, right, before she was 3. So Jason took care of his daughter for a year until he met his new wife who loves his daughter, wants his daughter to live with them, wants them to just be a family. And Jason's like, nah, it's all good. My parents will take care of her and I can just come down once every other month.
Yeah.
And then we're supposed to be celebrating that he got a promotion. Most people work and they also still have their kid in their house, even if they're trying to get a promotion. I've heard. I don't know. I'm not a parent.
I know. Does he just regret the whole like being a dad thing? Period.
He just wants to pretend it didn't happen and like start his life over. He's like, well, my wife's
like his
my
new
wife's
wife doesn't
gone.
want kids.
But that's the part that is making me think that Jason is a jerk the most, because it's not like, oh, the new wife is like, and she can't stay here and I don't want her around. And it's coming from him. So like that is so hurtful. And everyone around him is basically just trying to be like, you're hurting this little girl, your daughter.
Yes.
You're hurting her. She loves you so much. And he's just like, okay, chill. I'll bring her to my house when it doesn't matter, because now she's over 18 and she's like, I'm not going to even have that big of an impact on her.
Completely.
Yikes.
I know. And what if he said, oh, well, I'm just still so traumatized by my first wife's death, and I see my first wife in my daughter, and it's just
too fucking bad. Go to therapy.
I agree.
You have a child. It's not about you anymore, baby girl. It's about Simone.
And it's been 7 years. Like,
yes.
You can work through that.
You can work through it like that. If he said that, I'd laugh in his face. And yeah, like the family not taking, oh my God. I just like don't know how anyone that would just reading that situation would be feeling bad for him.
Yeah. Let's see it.
Like what?
What else he added? As many people have asked, Jason does pay for child support. He believes because he pays child support that his responsibilities have been met.
Oh my God.
Jason told us he was attending therapy in the beginning, but we learned later he was being untruthful about it. Simone sees a child psychologist, but she seems to talk to the psychologist more about school and friends rather than Jason. Many of the comments have also suggested that Simone could resemble Sarah and cause too many bad memories for Jason. That could be possible, but Simone also does not resemble Sarah at all. Simone looks like a young version of Nina with lighter skin and slightly thick hair. The issue seems to be that Jason does not want to be a parent to Simone.
Right. It doesn't, okay, the thing of, it reminds you of the tragic passing of your, yeah, of course, it's your daughter that you had with her. And you should be trying to honor your wife and her mother and take, it's just like, how selfish can you be? I guess selfish enough that you're like, well, I'm throwing you a couple $1,000 a month. I come and see her once every other month. What's the big deal? You're not proud of me in my promotion? Like, I wish you would have done it somewhere more publicly.
Top comment. You told the well-deserved truth, and if that makes him upset, then he can go sit in syrup. I'm proud of you, NTA.
Go sit in syrup. Okay.
Go sit in syrup. Oh, I'm so stealing that. Like,
what? Okay, it's getting a little bit weird. But no, I don't think Grandpa is an a-hole.
Do you think the cycle of daddy issues is continuing? It's just going round and round by the grandpa calling out his son, saying he's not proud of him?
No, Grandpa's out here trying to break generational curses, and Jason's trying to get a promotion at Chase Bank and wants everybody to pat him on the head because he went to like some extension program.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, keep going off, Grandpa, and maybe he'll get it through that big, thick head of his. Until it's too late. She's already 11. Like, you've already done a lot of damage. Like, maybe you want to pivot and think about somebody except yourself, or not.
I know, and God forbid he wait to have the promotion party for his daughter to be around and allow her to celebrate his successes.
Well, he doesn't want
when
her
she's at
around.
camp.
He doesn't want people to know that he has a daughter. He's like, oh, cool, I can just pretend this never happened. Like, that's going to be a yikes for me, dog.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay. Here we go. Oh, this is one of my favorite Reddit threads. This is from AskMenAdvice. The best. The treasure trove of knowledge. So, father left inheritance to his partner of 10 years and not his children. How should I handle this? Hi, I am a 32 male. My father has been with his partner for 10 years. My mother left him for another man. She's 15 years younger than him. He's 55, 40. The partner. He recently decided to leave his inheritance to her and nothing to me or my sister. This woman has no real relationship with us, and the decision feels extremely hurtful. However, I don't think she had anything to do with it. She seems surprised by his decision. I don't know how to move forward with my father after this. How should we talk to him about it, distance ourselves, or try to accept it? His argument is that she's always been loyal to him. When he first met her, we thought it was a midlife crisis since she's a pretty woman and he's quite a wealthy man, but they have been since together. Has anyone been in a similar situation? How did you handle the relationship after? So, father left inheritance to his partner of 10 years and not his children.
The father's still living though.
That's what it sounds like. Damn, they can't wait for the guy to be dead. Jesus. Maybe that's why he didn't leave it to you.
I know, that's wild.
You're like chomping at the bit to like write him in the past.
That's
like,
the thing.
You know?
I would say if you want the money, then play nice and start hanging out with dad more. Like maybe he's broadcasting this because he feels a little bit unseen or unloved.
Right.
Because why else would he be announcing, oh, girls,
Right.
I'm leaving all my money to his partner, unless he was trying to inspire some behavior change in them.
That's kind of an interesting theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's the guy, it's a guy that wrote it, but I think I think you're totally right. And I'm saying that the new partner was surprised to hear this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I kind of actually love that. Either she's a great actress.
Yeah.
Could very well be that. And she's playing the long game. We hope not, but we don't know. Or, yeah, she doesn't really care about money. That's not a value to her. She genuinely does just love the guy. And the kids this guy literally can't even conceptualize just loving his dad for who he is and not for his money. So he's just like, why isn't everyone freaking out about this? Because he just has completely different values, you know?
Yeah, I think so too.
Are there any other options, though, besides just playing nice?
I think play nice. Or I do think it's like kind of a tough energy when with inheritance, meaning that if I'm a parent who's wanting to leave kids money, I almost would want to give them a few disbursements ahead of my death. So they're not secretly like dreaming about the day that I die and they eventually get the money.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, it always comes down to money. So if I was a kid, I think also like a constructive, shared activity with dad could be, let's find a business to buy. Let's find a piece of property to invest in together. And so that could, I don't know, like if he has money laying around, that could be like a fun shared activity.
I'm sorry. That's really funny. I'm just like,
well,
we could have a shared activity. Come on, son. Let's find a business to buy. Like, is that a normal thing?
The son should say that to the dad.
I know, but is that like a thing?
Well, clearly the dad made money some way,
God,
so he must have some business acumen.
Right.
So I just think if they want like a cash payout.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I'm just laughing because that is like so beyond, any kind of like experience that I could draw from personally that really made me laugh. You're probably totally right.
Tag your sponsor.
Yeah. Or like try to, I don't know. I don't want to give any advice of like to help this guy be fake to trick his dad out of his money. Cause there's also something like, I don't know. I think you're just totally right that something is up and the dad's just trying to get them. Because that's why like really rich people sometimes will be like, well, and I left all my money to my dog and fuck you guys.
But that's what I'm saying is like, even for him now to play nice, it kind of rings a little bit hollow.
Yeah.
So I think like a constructive outlet could be nice. Or, start spearheading some family vacays, get the dad to foot the bill for that. We can charter a yacht. Go rent a villa in Cabo.
I love chartering yachts with my dad.
Get a payout ahead of time via vacations. Tell him to buy a vacation home.
Tell him that's
a ski house. That could be fun.
Ski house. Whoa. Yeah, he's thinking too small. Do you think that children are entitled to the inheritance of their parents regardless of circumstance? Or just as a baseline?
I don't think so, but I do believe that they're entitled to it more than a partner.
Yeah, than a new partner or any partner?
Than a new partner? I think it needs to be done in an equitable way. And I think arguably the kids are entitled to more.
I agree. I definitely think the kids are entitled to more. Do you think that he's throwing his ex-wife any money?
I don't know, maybe.
Do you think he should? The mother of his children?
I think it would be kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think part of maybe being a daddy would be to throw her a bone. But I know it gets pretty fierce.
It gets pretty fierce, yeah.
Especially once the kids are over 18.
People get nasty with it.
It depends how much money he has. If it's not really an issue, then who knows? Maybe he's still throwing her money or like gave her a house. I think that's why women get the house normally, right?
Right. It's like give her the house, pipe down, give her fainting couch, mothers, little helpers. Yeah. All of that. I mean, it sounds like he's wealthy enough that this guy is writing in for Ask Men advice. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and he obviously got his worst nightmare, which is us talking about it. But yeah, people do get really nasty with money. But guess what? You can't take any of that shit with you. That's not what you leave behind.
Completely.
All right, you got one more for us, Kath?
Yes. This is from AITA. AITA for not wanting a female therapist. I, 21 male, have made the decision to go to therapy.
Nice.
I have many issues I need to sort out. This pleased my sister, 24 female, because she's been to therapy and talked about so many benefits to it. So I have many issues I want to sort out, but I want two distinct factors in my therapist. One, I want a male therapist. Two, I want an older male, someone over 50.
Okay.
This is because one of my issues I want to sort out is my own issues with my masculinity. What it means to be a man in today's world. I also have daddy issues that I need to sort and would feel more comfortable with an older male rather than someone my own age. Anyway, when I said this, my sister said I was an a-hole and sexist. However, she specifically sought out a female therapist, so I don't know why she's having these double standards. AITA.
Well, first of all,
For not wanting a female therapist.
right. Congratulations on starting your journey in therapy. That's very exciting. That's very huge that you're ahead of a lot of people, even having awareness of anything that you're feeling or struggling with and like knowing that you need help and then seeking it out and then going through all the steps of finding a therapist. That's kind of can be a really difficult process. I don't think so. I think the way that he set it up, I don't think that he is an asshole. I think it makes a lot of sense. And I think everyone's entitled to choose the, kind of therapist that they're going to feel the most comfortable with, depending on what issues that they're, approaching in that moment. And if it sounds like they're very rational reasons. If he would have said, and obviously I'm picking a male therapist because women are half as intelligent as men and they don't know what the hell is going on, then I would think that that was sexist. Not saying that there's not sexism involved, but that's my initial impression. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that as well. And I know one of the top comments said, NTA, time to stop sharing those thoughts with your sis.
Oh.
Once you've worked through some things, your therapist's gender probably won't matter much anymore. But at this time before therapy, it matters, and that's okay.
Yeah,
it's well said.
I think that is well said. I do think it matters. I mean, for myself personally, I would never see a male therapist.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen a female therapist. And that has to do with a lot of things. And that is my journey in between me and my God. But I do think that, the idea in general, like I'm kind of sexist because on the surface, I'm like, it is laughable to me to seek out a male therapist. Because I would never do that for myself. And like, I would admit that that is sexist because I don't think generally speaking, a lot of men are as emotionally attuned. Many men are. Many women are not emotionally attuned, blah, blah, blah. But I think that, if someone was like, I'm going to go see a therapist for the first time, I would probably tell them to go for a woman.
Well, yeah. And I do think a therapist can kind of be a conduit through which you pattern healthy attachment.
Yes.
So if he's more plagued by daddy issues, it would make sense to have a male because he can pattern that healthy attachment with a man.
It might be harder though, actually. Like it might actually be more activating, triggering, which I would argue makes it in some ways more brave that they are going down that route because they do seem to want to be directly confronting these things, because most people just go to therapy and they're like, I feel bad, or people around me are telling me you make everybody feel bad. And then they go to therapy. So it seems like he's got a game plan. But I don't think so. I agree not telling the sister. Yeah. Probably. But I think it would be something good to unpack with his therapist. Who hopefully, it's like with all therapists, you hope that they do have that wisdom because they are just like holding so much pain for people. And so you just hope that he doesn't get one of those like whack job ones because they're kind of everywhere too. I don't know what type of therapy as well. Like, are we doing psychodynamic? Like, is the couch coming out? Are we hitting the worksheets? I would hope, to your point, that it would be some kind of, restorative attachment based thing. And like,
oh, wow.
Don't you think?
I think whatever gets you in front of someone in person works.
Whatever works.
I don't think we need to get too in the weeds.
No?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a male therapist?
Have I ever seen one?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. And was that a conscious decision or what? And how did you find that?
It was great. I mean, I think traditionally it's been a male-dominated field.
Therapy? Are you thinking of speaking to a psychiatrist or a psychologist, or are you thinking like pure talk therapy?
Pure talk therapy.
Really? I feel like it's almost all women that I see.
I think it maybe shifted in Gen X, but I think most baby boomers. I think there's more male baby boomer therapists.
God, a male baby boomer therapist. I cannot think of something that I would try to avoid more. Oh God, and that'll give you nightmares, babes. And but yeah, I hope that they can resolve some of their daddy issues, and I hope that this therapist is a daddy for them.
For sure.
And
rooting for all the daddies out there.
Rooting for all the daddies out there. I think that's the app.